Face front, true believers. These heroes may be underrated, but they're marvelous nonetheless. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our top 10 underrated Marvel characters. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we'll be looking at our favorite characters appearing in Marvel Comics who haven't quite gotten enough time in the spotlight. Number 10. Adam Warlock.
I can't let them take me!
I cannot let you do that.
Despite adventuring in the furthest reaches of the cosmos, this golden hero's origins trace back to humble old Earth. Originally created to be the perfect being by a shady group of scientists, the being known only as him was remade by a being called the High Evolutionary into a kind of cosmic messiah and given the powerful Soul Gem, one of the fabled Infinity Gems. Now, the cosmic hero regularly finds himself battling the galaxy's biggest threats. Look for the character to make his big screen debut soon after being teased during the credits of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I think I shall call him Adam.
Number 9. The Prowler.
What do you want? You have something I need, and you are going to give it to me. Understand? Because I know all about you, Parker. You and Spider-Man.
This green and purple creature of the night began as a villain. Hobby Brown, a disgruntled engineer, was seeking a way to get back at his former employer. After a run-in with Spider-Man, he decided to change his ways and become a force for good. Just, a really scary-looking one. His high-tech suit grants him numerous abilities, including a variety of projectiles that can be launched from his gauntlets, wall crawling, and short-range gliding. An alternate version of the character would later appear in Marvel's Ultimate Spider-Man, the criminal uncle to Miles Morales, Aaron Davis. This version made a cameo in Spider-Man Homecoming, played by Donald Glover.
I don't want those weapons in this neighborhood. I got a nephew who live here.
Number 8. Morbius, the living vampire. Most vampires are created through the usual means, a bite to the neck and a little blood drinking. Not so with this scientist-turned-bloodsucker, who was given vampiric abilities after a science experiment gone wrong. For all intents and purposes, he's just a regular old vampire with a few minor differences, but his status as a product of science, rather than magic, still makes him an outsider among other bloodsuckers. Because of this, as well as his unwillingness to give in to his vampire urges except to stay alive, he's often portrayed as a tragic anti-hero rather than a villain. Given his strength, speed, and ferocity, we should probably be grateful.
So weak. I need more plasma.
Number 7. Valkyrie. While in Norse mythology the term Valkyrie is used to describe a whole host of female warriors, Marvel Comics instead uses it for one character, one of Asgard's fiercest and most steadfast warriors. Like her fellow Asgardian Thor, this warrior woman spends much of her time on Earth, particularly as a member of the superhero team The Defenders. Never one to shy away from a fight, she has all the incredible strength and power of most Asgardians, as well as a winged horse named Aragorn. Number 6. Nova. You may remember the Nova Corps as the Xandarian police force from Guardians of the Galaxy, but these intergalactic heroes are far more than beat cops. Protecting all of the Andromeda Galaxy, the Nova Corps includes members from hundreds of races, all given powerful abilities by the energy source known as the Nova Force. 2 humans have been prominent members of the Nova Corps, Richard Rider and Sam Alexander, both of whom are prominent members of Earth's superhero community. Given the ability to fly at incredible speeds granted to members of the Corps, Richard in particular has earned the nickname the Human Rocket.
I can make it!
Number 5. SheHulk.
You want me to fly into that?
All guns blasting.
This is way more fun than the movies.
Granted Hulk-like powers after a blood transfusion, Bruce Banner's cousin, Jennifer Walters, has made quite a name for herself in the superhero scene, but her time as an Avenger, a Defender, and one of the Fantastic Four hasn't distracted her from her other calling, her career as a prominent lawyer. When she isn't throwing down with some of Marvel's universe's most powerful villains, this green muscle machine is more than ready to flex her judicial muscles, often serving as legal counsel to fellow superhumans. Be it on the battlefield or in the courtroom, this is one character we'd always want in our corner. Number 4. Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak can open a portal to his own pocket dimension, allowing him to teleport anywhere. Dagger is his polar opposite. She can create daggers of light with powers we don't fully understand.
Cloak and Dagger? Dig the name.
This crime-fighting duo was first granted their powers after being kidnapped and exposed to an experimental drug. One of them, Tandy, was granted the ability to heal others and generate deadly light daggers. The other, Tyrone, gained the ability to access the sinister Dark Force dimension, using it to teleport or banish enemies. Newly empowered, the duo have since become crusaders for wayward teens everywhere, often targeting drug dealers and other criminals who prey upon teens and young adults. Number 3. Squirrel Girl. There are many powerful heroes and villains in the Marvel Universe, but few quite so unbeatable as this buck-toothed brawler. Possessing the strength, speed, and agility of a squirrel, as well as the ability to communicate with her furry pals, this near-peerless fighting machine has taken down the likes of Dr. Doom, Thanos, Wolverine, Deadpool, and virtually everyone else she's exchanged blows with, all while maintaining a chipper, can-do attitude. She's such a force to be reckoned with that she was even entrusted with safeguarding the infant child of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones while the two are off superheroing. Number 2. Gwenpool. Imagine you get suddenly transported to the Marvel Universe, leaving your boring old life behind for a world of heroes and villains. Would you be content to sit on the sidelines? Of course not. And neither is this feisty mercenary who adopted her own superhero persona after arriving in the Marvel Universe from our world due to unknown circumstances. Armed with her knowledge of the Marvel Universe and all of the perks of being a comic character, like minor invulnerability, she's now out to have as much fun in the Marvel Universe as she can, and break the fourth wall at every opportunity along the way. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, have a look at these honorable mentions. Number 1. Moon Knight. A fearsome vigilante by night, this white-clad superhero began as mercenary Mark Spector, who was left for dead by his companions only to be resurrected by the Khonshu, the Egyptian god of revenge and the moon. Now, with a new costumed identity, Spector brought his betrayers to justice and began a war on crime. Armed with an arsenal of weapons, all of them moon-themed, of course, this lunar legionnaire has fought alongside the Avengers and the Defenders, but can just as often be found waging a personal war against criminals everywhere, and occasionally moonlighting as a werewolf hunter. Moonlighting? Get it?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.